Hi, my name is Deepak Malhotra, and I'm a professor of negotiations at Harvard Business School. I'm also co-author of the book Negotiation Genius and author of the book Negotiating the Impossible. In this series of short videos, I'm talking about the topic of negotiation, and in each video, I talk about one key idea, an insight, a tactic, a principle that hopefully will help you as you navigate your own deals and disputes. In this session, I want to talk about surprises. In my experience, while there's no hard and fast rule, in my experience, surprises are rarely good in negotiations. It usually doesn't work out too well for you when you surprise the other side with your approach, with your proposal, or with your offer. If they're surprised, if they didn't see it coming, they're less likely to be prepared to engage with you, to respond productively to the offer or the proposal you've made. They're less likely to be able to think creatively with you or think differently than they did when they first walked into the room. It's also possible that when you surprise the other side, they might get upset. They might think that you're trying to bully them or you're trying to disrespect them. Rather, if you want to make a proposal or you want to come with an offer that might be shocking to them, that might be more aggressive than they would otherwise expect, or it's an approach that you want them to consider that's very different than the way they've done things previously, here's a few things you'd probably be better off doing. First, you want to manage expectations. You want to make sure that when somebody's walking into a negotiation, they know what to expect. They know what's going to be discussed, broadly speaking, how the negotiation or the conversation or discussion is going to go, what's going to be covered and what might not be covered. Second, if your proposal or your offer is going to be something pretty surprising or very aggressive or much more aggressive than they might otherwise expect, you might want to preview it with them. In broad brushstrokes, in outline form, let them know the kind of thing you're going to be proposing in more detail when you meet face to face. Third, you might want to pre-test your argument. If you're going to come at the negotiation in a unique way, in a different way, in a way that others are not used to seeing, you might want to pre-test that argument with some of the stakeholders that are relevant to that negotiation. See how it goes over. See what goes over well and what does not go over well, so you can refine it before the actual substantive negotiations on the topic. And finally, if you can't do any of those, if there's nothing you can do but surprise them, if they are going to be shocked, if they're going to be taken aback, then when you make proposals or when you make an argument or when you take a certain approach that has that consequence, you want to make sure that you approach the negotiation in a way that respects the fact that they might not be ready to engage productively with you in this case. What that means is you might start the negotiation by being honest about it. Might let them know that this is something that you're going to propose that you understand they may not be ready to discuss. That you're going to propose something that is quite different than the way they've done things normally. And then suggest to them that they take more time and think about it and come back to you perhaps at a later date. Now, none of these, as I said, are hard and fast rules. Of course, we can think of situations where surprising the other side might be a useful element in your strategy. But too often, people walk into a negotiation, surprise or shock the other side, only to find that both parties lose. Good luck.